Hi there, everybody. This is Rachel Geraci with RE/MAX Realty Brokers. I move brokerages. Still with RE/MAX here in Lawrenceville, Pittsburgh. A very, 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 very trendy, popular city area here in Pittsburgh. I'm sure you've heard about it if you know anything about Pittsburgh. It's like the most hip place and has been for like 7 or 8 years. And yeah, we're just gonna take a little stroll down Butler Street, which is the most trendy street in Pittsburgh. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's just a very hip, trendy, urban street with a lot of storefronts, a lot of commerce. They've got it all here. So yeah, we're gonna take a little walk. I'm gonna make it back to my car and get a little closer to the action, because where I'm at now is a little sparse. I went to this place called the Brooklyn Bagel, I think. It's in the Arsenal building, the Arsenal 201 building, which is a bunch of apartments, luxury apartments. And it was fine. You know, it was really, really expensive for what I got. That's anything anymore. That's just all food everywhere. But I feel like, you know, sometimes when things are hipster and trendy, they're just, I don't know, like overhyped or overrated or something. Okay, I'm back to my car. This walkthrough in the winter is going to test my resolve in the cold, because I didn't bring any gloves because I'm an idiot. So I might do the driving portion first. I might film that first and then go off and do some walking just to warm myself up a little bit. But Lawrenceville, you already know. Good luck finding a house for cheaper than $500,000 here, no matter how small, no matter the build. Most of them are row houses. Most of them have decent square footage, honestly. It's not like you're getting a very tiny row house somewhere. They're older homes, but they are quite spacious. Obviously, you're right next door to your neighbors. There's no yard space, and a lot of the time, there's not any parking. When you buy a house, there's a better chance of having parking than if you were renting here, unless you're renting at one of these places, Arsenal, which is behind me here and in front of me and on the side of me. But I mean, most of them are 3-bedroom homes, 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom homes. Most of them are 2 bathrooms. It just depends on if you want to live in the city. Like, this is a city feel. This is like a trendy street in a city area. It's right up against the river. Anywhere up against the river in Pittsburgh is going to see its day, in my opinion. And it's just the place that garnered the most money, the most influence, the most people coming here and building here and starting businesses here. So it's like very hipster. I mean, I hate using that word because it's so overdone. But that's what it is. Lawrenceville is like a hipster area. And it's cool. It's cool to like walk around and hang out and have a drink or go to the little niche shops that are here. But the real estate is expensive, and you might not be getting all the things that you would want in a home, like yard space and parking. But if you like living in this urban area and you're willing to spend the money to do that, to just be in the center of the action, like this is it. This is the action in Pittsburgh, here in Lawrenceville. Then, you know, it might be worth it. But let's take a little drive and see what we can see of the exteriors of these homes. So right off the bat, you can see there's just a bunch of row homes. That is what you're going to be seeing for the most part here in Lawrenceville. There's really, truly not much else. But as I stated before, they're very, very nice row homes, most of them anyway. I will correct myself and say that you can get a house for under $500,000. Like, that is a possibility, but it's going to be a fixer-upper. It's going to be a rental. If you're looking for a full-fledged home, one that's like move-in ready, essentially, has off-street parking or the potential for it, you are looking at $500,000 or more, or around $500,000. So here we are on Butler Street. As I was saying earlier, it's the main road. It's got it all. It's got all the commerce on this street. It is a very lively, very busy street. Filming videos in winter is always really rough, but Lawrenceville is really beautiful at Christmas time, so I'm glad I decided to film it now at this time of year. Going up this hill will lead you to Bloomfield, so you take a sharp left here. Look at some stats. The average sales price in Lawrenceville is around $500,000. That's really where the sweet spot is for buying homes here. Many of these homes are 3-bedroom homes. It's a toss-up between whether they have 1 bath, 1.5 baths, or 2 baths. But the square footage is going to be around 1,600 to 1,700 on average. So these are not small homes. They look small from the front because they're row homes, but if you look at them from the side, you can see how long they are. These homes are also typically very old. There are homes that were built in the 1880s, 1890s, 1900s, 1910s. I mean, that's average for Lawrenceville to have that age of a home. And with these older homes comes a lot of maintenance. So you're going to be expecting a drafty home, a home that's not well insulated. You're going to be expecting an older roof, maybe older mechanicals in the home. You're going to be anticipating brick repairs and siding repairs and soffits and fascia repair. I mean, these are all things that come with buying an older home. We'll say the basements in these homes are kind of creepy and they're narrow and they have low ceilings. However, the foundations on these homes are built, like they are sturdy foundations. They do not make them like this anymore. But one thing that tends to come with that is water intrusion, because I don't think people were thinking too much about that back then. And measures weren't necessarily taken to prevent water intrusion. So a lot of the time you're gonna have to go through things like French drains or the dry lock paint or things of that nature. You're going to need to get maybe like a sump pump or dehumidifier. Those are all just things that come with this. So fun story, I sold a home on this street not too long ago, and it was an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous home. It had so much character and life and warmth, and that's what I love about these really old homes. And you can even just see from the outside how glorious they are. here's a good example of some standalone homes that you could find in Lawrenceville. Some of them have like small yards, but as you can see, even if they're standalone, they're very, very, very close to the next home, and that's just very standard for this area. I feel like if you are moving to Pittsburgh from an urban area like New York City, or another crowded tin can-esque city space, Lawrenceville might be a really good fit for you if you want to keep that city vibe going, but you want to scale down, because it just has this really, really almost Brooklyn-esque vibe to it, if I'm giving the proper attribution. But yeah, it's just, Pittsburgh is so much smaller, so you're not getting that atrocious overcrowdedness that you would in like New York City or Chicago or something like that. And to be honest with you, that aspect of Lawrenceville is probably what attracted people with money to this place in the first place, because they're coming from areas where the cost of living is a lot more expensive. So of course they would gravitate towards a place that reminds them of home. And I can see Lawrenceville reminding a lot of people of urban centers. If we're talking about gentrification, which is what has happened here in Lawrenceville, let's be real, the amount of it is extreme in Lawrenceville. I mean, this used to be a very, very poor area, and it's just been colonized by people with money. I hate to be so blunt about it, but that's kind of, what it is, contributing to its hipsterness, of course. And as you can see, there's a lot of like thriving businesses here. There's some leftover developments that need to happen, I guess you could say. But unfortunately, yes, Lawrenceville is a product of gentrification, if you're wondering. I know some people are concerned about that. It's not a place where everybody wants to live, but it definitely has its great moments and some great things if you decide to, weigh the cost benefit of living in Lawrenceville. Let's do one more go around with houses, and then I will leave you off Butler Street. It's just, there's too much footage, and Lawrenceville is very overwhelming, but I will walk Butler Street for a little bit and show you what it's like walking down the street versus driving down the street. It's just got a lovely sort of bright holiday feel in this season when you're walking down, looking at all the shops and their Christmas vibes. So up this hill to the left is Stanton Heights, which I'll do a video on that eventually. It's a little painful going to Stanton Heights sometimes. I have some strange memories there, but I won't get into my personal life, of course. So we're going to turn back around into Lawrenceville here and show you more homes. As promised, here's some walking footage of me walking down Butler Street. All right, yins, listen up. I love a good bar botanico moment. Ugh. One of the best bars in Pittsburgh. They make the best craft cocktails, I swear. If you ever go there, ask for a drink called the Angel. Trust me on this one. Let's just take one more moment to walk down a residential street. Okay, I'm officially back home with my beautiful dog. Nice and warm and cozy with my baby girl here. I was really brave for going out in the cold in Lawrenceville. It's windy there. It's right next to the river. But anyway, if you're interested in potentially buying a home in Lawrenceville or exploring the area a little bit more, you know, that Stanton Heights, Bloomfield, sort of East Liberty area, give me a call at 412-926-0806 or email me at the email below, and I would be more than happy to help. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.